All right, everybody. How y'all doing tonight? Good to see you. Hope everybody can see me and hear me okay. Should be working. Let's see. Davy Crockett, what's going on, buddy? I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Um, Kevin Hawthorne, how's things down in Lakeland, buddy? Good to see you. Hey, Sonny, how are you? And thank you for the membership that you gave to Ducking Crazy. Hey, is this a new thing? Do you not have to be actually in the live stream to get the membership? Is Ducking Crazy in here? Hey, Kyle Stanley, what's happening in North Carolina? Hey, there's Mike the Bike. Hey, Chris's gigs. How's things in Wisconsin, buddy? Hope you're making all the money up there. Mike the Bike. All right, let's see. Mike says, "Henwo, friends." Hero Time Space. Hey, man, how you doing? Good to see you. Leas, how are you? Good to see you again. Hey, Tammy Reese. Have to switch cities to get different results each day. I know. I'm thinking about going back to McClenny. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. It's been slow in St. Mary's. Of course, then again, I think the last day I worked in McClenny, it was so bad there. It was so slow that day. That's what made me decide to go try Kingsland, St. Mary's, whatever. Chef, how you doing, Chef? Good to see you. Hey, there's Hype is Here Media. How you doing, Adam? Also in no, not in Lakeland, in Lake City. Good to see you, Adam. Head to Kingsland, St. Mary's one day and go back to McClenny. I know. I know. I think I might do that. Hey, Mike the Bike. Hey, Real Mark. How you doing, buddy? Cleveland, Tennessee. All right. I think I've been to Cleveland, Tennessee, maybe. Pretty sure. Good to see you, Chris. Thanks for dropping by the live stream. Hey, there's Right Along with Jess. Hey, how you doing, Jess? Good to see you. Yeah, it gives it to a random person, Chris, but I thought it had to be somebody who was actually in the live stream, watching the live stream. But now I'm not so sure. And one thing that made me start thinking that is I think I got a gifted membership from a channel, and I know I wasn't in the live stream. But I thought it used to be that you had to be in the live stream to get the gifted membership. Jody Hill, what's going on, buddy? An all-day poker game. How'd you make out? Did you win, lose, or draw? Yeah, I used to love a good poker game. I mean, I was never like, really great at it or anything, but I just enjoyed playing poker. Long time ago, decades ago. Hey, Sweetness, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you, hero. What does that say? Tall Ray to the J. All the gig apps are slow and terrible despite tax season. Yeah. Yeah, it's been pretty rough the last few days, man. Tall Ray to the J. Next Wednesday, I have job interview. Good. Branch manager at a potential new job. Good deal. And good luck, Kyle. There's our buddy Steve Hammond. How you doing, Steve? Good to see you. Yeah, that's true, Kyle. And I think it's kind of fun to switch it up a little bit. I mean, if I'm going to one place and I'm getting banger orders all day, I'm not going to want to leave. But yeah, when it's slow like this, I think I might go explore McClenny again tomorrow. Plus, there were a couple of restaurants, two or three restaurants that I really wanted to get some food from in McClenny, and I never got around to it. Tammy, you doing pretty good with Spark and DoorDash? Videos are helpful and relatable. Well, thank you. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. And I'm glad you're doing well. Hey, there's the button lady. How you doing, Mary? Mary, I was just telling a fellow to watch your videos today. a a young man who's thinking about starting a brand new YouTube channel. Grace Ellen Honorato. Hey, Grace Ellen. Hi, Chuck. I'm a longtime watcher, first time catching you live. Love your videos. Thank you very much, Grace Ellen. I appreciate that. All right. What does Mike say? Chuck, I did a shopping cart order plus a 24 pack of water on my mountain bike. Holy cow. No electric motor assist, just you pedaling. Holy cow. Man. Oh, to be young and strong and healthy again. Okay, you got a song recommendation. Eat You Alive by Limp Bizkit. All right. All right. I'll check it out. I like me some Limp Bizkit. Membership, it's not a big deal. I YouTube one time offered me like $1,000 if I would open up memberships. I was never going to do it. I was never going to do memberships, but YouTube offered me $1,000 if I would start doing memberships. So I just made the cheapest membership possible, 99 cents a month, and not a big deal if you if you just want to be a member for some reason. That's awesome. If not, it's not a big deal at all. All right. So Mary says you do not have to be in the live stream to be gifted a membership, but wasn't it true that at one time you did have to be? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm tripping. Casper Pooh Bear. How's it going, buddy? Greetings from muddy Maine. Is it muddy up here? Snow and ice are melting. Only one or two more winter storms this season. Wow. It was 84 degrees today. It's just a random person who subscribed. Okay. You got gifted to Eric 5 times. Yeah, I think the one I remember for sure getting gifted a membership to was NASA space flight. I like to watch rocket launches, but I know I wasn't watching that day when I got a gifted membership. Had dinner at Waffle House. First time in 9 years. Just as greasy as I remember. You know what? I almost never eat out. I almost never eat restaurant food, just because I'm a cheapskate, and I have a smoothie that I make in the morning before I go work, and then I come home at lunch and eat a salad, and eat whatever is at the house for supper or dinner, depending on where you're from. But one time, about, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago, I was in St. Simon's Island, and I was dashing and stuff, and then my dash ended, and but I had another dash. I had like a 30-minute break with nothing to do, and I went to Waffle House and had bacon and eggs and hash browns. It was really good. I had not been to Waffle House in ages. Stars and Straps, how you doing, man? Just got accepted to Dash, starting my first day tomorrow. All right. Northwest suburbs of Chicago. Promo going on. 200 for completing 15 deliveries. That's awesome. Man, I've never been given anything like that. That's fantastic. Scott Perkins, how you doing, man? Hey, Travis McCarter. Hey, Ron, what's going on? Good to see you, Ron. Hey, Tessa Greer. Good to see all y'all. Was it Hooters? No. How much do you make from YouTube? Should I say? I was, when the channel was really hot, I was getting about $3,000 a month. Now I'm down recently, the last few months, to about $2,000 a month. New restaurants in Florida, be sure to let us all know how the food tastes. Yeah, I will. I sure will. There's this one little independent restaurant in McClaney called Motley's, and several of their sandwiches are topped with goat cheese and pepper jelly, and I'm dying to try one of those. Plus, I hear they have great smash burgers. Mike only needs 16 subs to get to 500. Way to go, Mike. Y'all, Mike the Bike Dasher. His videos are really entertaining. He does deliveries on, well, the videos of his I've seen, he was doing them on an e-bike, but evidently he sometimes does them on a regular bicycle, which is amazing. But yeah, everybody ought to subscribe to Mike the Bike Dasher. Tessa Greer, question. I went from 4.9 to 4.8 in customer rating without an explanation of what I did wrong. How do we find out? Tessa, I'm not sure what app you're talking about. I've heard, I mostly do Spark these days, and I've heard that you can call support and ask. In fact, I think I've called support before on DoorDash and asked, but it's possible you could call support. As far as I know, you never get a reason why you get a bad rating. And by the way, y'all, I've just recently gotten back up to 5.0 customer rating on Spark. I'm kind of thrilled. I think I got down at one time to like, I don't know, 4.3 or something, maybe 4.2, maybe not, but 5.0. Now, what happened to me, Tessa, is on Spark a few days ago, I went from 100% found items on shopping trips to 99%. And it made no sense because I had not had any substitutions at all. I had found every item. I couldn't believe it. I don't know how that happened. All right, let's see. Well, the doc won't give me a clearance to drive dash quite yet. The nerves in the leg aren't cooperating. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Steve. I hope you get better soon. What up, my old man? How have you been? Hey, Gig Adventures. I've been fine, buddy. How you doing? Chuck, why you trespass from Starbucks? Oh, it was over recording. They and it was silly on my part. I should have just complied with their demands, but it was over recording video in their store. And I kind of I should have just said, okay, I won't record in your store anymore, but I didn't want to do that. Great thing to hear, Chuck. A lot of people don't remember how popular Limp Biscuit was back when I was 4 years old. Hey, Todd, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, Mary, I like the 99 cent memberships. I think it's fine. I'm glad I did it. Of course, I'm also glad I got the $1,000 for doing it. But I'm glad I did it. Just if anybody wants to be a member, for whatever reason, then 99 cents a month, no big deal. Trucker Bates, what's going on, buddy? You started doing Spark, quit doing DoorDash. Yeah, lost all desire to do DoorDash. They did a random background check and wouldn't let me dash until results came back. Yeah, Trucker Bates. So many people. I know so many people, Spark drivers, fellow Spark drivers, who used to do DoorDash and Uber Eats, and then they got on with Spark and they just quit doing everything except Spark. And I got to tell you, I'm a big proponent of keeping DoorDash and Uber Eats on all the time. Like if you're doing Spark or something, or Instacart or whatever, I just keep the apps running all the time. And every once in a while, the opportunity presents itself for me to, dirty stack a DoorDash or an Uber on with a Spark delivery I'm making. Or I drop off a Spark delivery 6 miles away from Walmart and I get an Uber Eats order that's picking up and delivering right on my way back to Walmart. So I'm a big believer. Oh, and also with Uber Eats, every once in a while I get a fantastic Walmart curbside order on Uber Eats. Well, if I didn't have Uber Eats turned on, I'd never get that order. So I'm a big believer in keeping all the apps running. Yeah, Tessa, I don't know. I think what I've heard is that it used to be based on your last 50, but they recently changed it to your last 100. I think. Mary says some of us want members and we like to gift them and see who gets them. It's like a lottery. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, Gary Pearson, Chuck the Schmuck. Chuck rhymes with a lot of fun words like truck and luck. Buck. Gig Adventures, gig worker here in Vegas where they blow up Teslas. Yeah. Yep. I've been seeing a lot about that. Mike the Bike says he likes the 99-cent memberships too. Easy for me to buy one from a lot of peeps. Yep. Sunny. Oh, yeah. On DoorDash, it's definitely the last 100. Yeah. On Spark, I've, I've heard it used to be the last 50, but now they've changed it to the last 100. Oh, Kyle. Yeah. I've got a dentist appointment in a few days. Went to the dentist today. No cavities. Good for you. Almost 30 years old and never had a cavity. That's amazing. Good job, Kyle. Way to take care of those teeth, which is incredibly important. Take it from an old guy. Hey, Joe Parnell, how you doing, buddy? Okay, Joe, you won $132, and you were up 230 at one time. 50 cents a dollar. That's ante, I'm assuming. 50-cent ante or a dollar ante. That's awesome. Yeah, a bunch of buddies and coworkers of mine. We used to play once a week. We used to play every Thursday night at my house. The only full-time gig workers in Vegas. Tammy says yesterday was beautiful and warm in Iowa. We had hail and cold and wind and rain today. Really? Oh man. Yep. 84 degrees today down here. Over 70 in North Carolina. Hey, Carla Barrick. Good to see you, Carla. F. Herrick, no. Well, I've kind of stopped buying those, whatever they were, $4.74 salads. What I'm doing now at Walmart is I'm buying bags of just salad, which is a lot cheaper. And then I keep some cooked chicken all the time. I cook chicken and keep it in the fridge or the freezer or whatever. And so I'm still eating salads with chicken on them for lunch. I'm just not buying the Walmart pre-made salads. Kyle says, just a heads up on starting out as a dasher, don't play the DoorDash games. Yeah. Well, yeah. Let me backtrack on that. For some people, for some markets, who knows? Maybe it's best to be platinum. I don't know. I've been enjoying not worrying about platinum. Waffle House is the only place where you like their grits. And I love grits. I've been cooking my own grits for decades. I do love me some grits, but that particular day that I ate at Waffle House, I decided to go with hash browns instead. Yeah, Sunny says Spark doesn't tell me how many it is on the ratings. Chad Morton. Right. Leah says, I always hear that Florida has a lot of alligators and snakes. Not during a delivery, Leah, but now, for like, I don't know, almost 20 years, my wife Heather and I rode up and down this river right here, St. Mary's River. On the weekends, we would just go boating, just pleasure boating, riding up and down the river, and we'd park on the bank of the river, beach our boat and hang out with friends and stuff. But yeah, we saw alligators every single time we went on the river. That river's full of alligators, and also full of people swimming, little toddlers playing in the water and stuff, and lots of alligators. But what I think is, I think the big, they call it sandbar. It's not a sandbar. It's just the bank of the river, but it's just nice white sand and really pretty. Looks like a beach. But you know, there'd be a bunch of us. There might be 10 or 15 boats all beached right next to each other, and little kids playing in the water and adults playing in the water. But I think the alligators are probably scared of all those big boats and maybe stay away from the boats. That's what I think. I hope. Um, but I've never had a kind of close encounter. Now, I've certainly encountered snakes, like in my own yard and stuff. Yeah, Kyle. Yeah, I didn't know if I should say it or not. Um, hey, Mama, how you doing? Ebony talks. How are you, Ebony? Tolerate to the J 2000s, good Simon. Yeah, absolutely. It sure is. Hey, there's the grind with Nicole. Hey, Nicole, how you doing? Good to see you. Mary says YouTube is promoting lives as opposed to videos. Yeah, maybe so. Or or the cartoon thumbnails. It could be that. Yeah, I think about it a good bit. It could be the fact that I basically switched from doing DoorDash to doing Spark. Maybe that's not as maybe that doesn't appeal to as many people. I don't know. Maybe I've gotten old and grouchy. But yeah, for some reason, things are a little bit down on the YouTube channel. Oh, you're welcome, Mike the Bike. I think you've got a very entertaining channel, buddy. If you're not making as much on YouTube, though, that means your viewer numbers are down more than usual. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, that's exactly right, Kyle. Yeah, I mean, the subscriber count keeps going up, but the views have been going down recently. The last few months. Seems like I always used to get, um, I don't know, 4,000, 5,000 views pretty much every video. Now it's 2,000, 3,000. Still sometimes get 4,000. Derek Lindsay, can you do another video where you accept all the DoorDash orders? Yeah. That's funny because this fella that I was talking to today, who's thinking he's about to start a YouTube channel, I actually told him that those kind of videos always get lots of views. Yeah, and I kind of hate doing those, but maybe I should. But those kind of videos always get tons of views. Kickflip, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, Kickflip Collector. F. Herrick, have you ever seen groceries be snatched by an animal? No. No, I haven't, but I have dropped off orders where there were cats or dogs around, and I've wondered if they might get into the groceries after I left. Hey, Nina, what's going on? Good to see you. There's Zach backpacking around the world. What's going on, buddy? I wonder where Zach is tonight. Oh, that's okay, Mary. That's okay. That's quite all right. Yeah, who knows, man? Maybe a bunch of people don't like the cartoon thumbnails. Who knows? Tammy Reese says, I had my first return due to an elderly customer not understanding why it required a pen and where to get it. Yeah. Oh, no, it was a shopping order. Oh, no. Oh, no. And and Tammy, you might learn. I think I'm gradually learning. Today I had a delivery that required a PIN number, and I'm trying to learn not to bring all the groceries to the door before I ask for the PIN number. But like today, I just walked to the door, asked for the PIN number, then went back and got the groceries. Um, but yeah, that's a shame. And tell them if I don't know if you did or not, but the that PIN number is in an email from Walmart. All right, Carla just subscribed to Mike the Bike. Cool. Getting lazier. All right, Daniel Yoder says, Chuck, I'm the only Uber Eats driver in two different towns, and you can't order Uber Eats unless there's a driver available. Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, Daniel, have you tried declining an Uber Eats order to see if it comes back to you like 5 minutes later? because I've been making bank off doing that. Now, it doesn't happen very often, maybe once or twice a week. Oh, okay. Tammy says her son tipped me 20 cash. Good man. That's so nice. Wow. That was nice of him. Thank you, Mike. Kyle says, I did see on today's video you put the perfect amount of ice in that. Yeah. Yeah. And I take advice from my subscribers all the time. And I know I know a few times people have told me I put too much ice when I have to fill the drink. It's been a long time since I've had to fill a drink. I can't remember the last time. Dash Dummy. I like that name. Starbucks sucks anyway. And Limp Biscuit rules. Yeah, Starbucks. Y'all know I hate them. I can't stand Starbucks. A lot of people probably don't know this, but that soda machine at Popeyes dispenses some of the crispiest soda. Huh. What do you know? I did not know that. Todd says he's going to see Jeff Tate tonight, former lead singer of Queensryche. Huh. What do you know? Hey, Darla Taylor, how are you? Nicole, you're done with Uber Eats. Oh, just keep them turned on. You never know. Hey, Transit of Venus, how are you? Tammy says he used to do Uber and Lyft in 2018-19, then did Uber Eats and DoorDash, and now doing Spark, and it pays better. Yeah. I did DoorDash when Spark was slow yesterday. Yes. Yeah, that's the thing to do, I think, is just keep all the apps on. Once you get to the point where you don't care what your acceptance rate is, I just keep them all running all the time. I don't ever pause them, don't ever turn them off. I just keep them all running because you never know what opportunity might arise. Hey, Fran, how you doing, Francis? Good to see you, Biscuit. Welcome to the live stream. $2 Chuck. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been called $2 Chuck. 74 in Indianapolis, huh? Oh, no. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant 74 degrees. 74 in here and 25 likes. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate that. What do you know? Fran has been to see Jeff Tate before. Huh. Hey, Kim, how you doing? Nothingness says hi. Hi there, Nothingness. How are you? Yes, she's back there behind me snoring. The pug. All right, Kyle says the enamel on my teeth is abnormally stronger than the average person. Awesome. That's awesome. I think my mom was probably that way. I think my mom was like 80 before she got her first cavity. Hey, photo guy, how you doing? Haven't been doing DoorDash since Instacart was booming. I'm glad Instacart's booming for you. Not sure if the whole verify orders in my area. I find DoorDash out of their mind making drivers verify. Yeah, I I think I put a screenshot in the video. I didn't really talk about it, but I did a DoorDash order a few days ago, and I had to put a little check mark beside every item in the order saying that it was in there. Well, I don't know if it was in there or not. I'm not going to open up the bag and look and see. But I just put a check mark by everything. Kim, any advice for someone just starting their YouTube channel? Oh man, I could go on for hours giving advice. um, you know, um, put out as much content as you have time for. Keep doing it as long as you enjoy it. Hopefully, you'll make some money from it, but there's a possibility you'll never make any money from YouTube. But yeah, just keep putting out content for as long as you're enjoying it, for as long as you can stand it, and hopefully things will take off. You never know. You never know whose channel might take off. Um, and I could go on and on and on, but those are some of the main things that just come to the top of my mind. Do your knees feel better on days you don't do Spark? Yes. I had to shop at Walmart with an injured foot once. It's so much pain. Yeah. Yeah, F. Herrick, my knees are. I need to get knee replacement. I'm just dreading it. Diane S. Hey Chuck, who pays the $36 for Burger King order? Yeah, good question. That comes up a lot. These Uber Eats orders that I get in this little small town, I always decline them and wait 5 minutes, and I always get them again for a lot more money. It doesn't affect the customer at all. This is Uber taking a loss. Uber takes a loss on the order just as a way of promoting their business. Because if you think about it, if you're the CEO of Uber Eats and you decided that we're going to start doing Uber Eats in these little small towns, well, there's nothing worse than if a person picks up his phone to order food and he opens up Uber Eats and places an order for some food and it never gets delivered, which is what happens in this little town. If I decline the order the first time and then they send it back to me for more money and I still decline it because I don't think it's enough money, that customer never gets the food. And if it's advertised that, hey, Uber Eats is now in your town, and so you pick up your phone and place an order on Uber Eats, and then that order never comes, you're probably never going to order Uber Eats again. The Baja Blast Mountain Dew is like a cat drinking milk constantly. Hey, Ruben, how you doing, buddy? Zach says, Kim, just stay at it. Yeah, it'll eventually gain traction. Don't pay any mind to the views at first. Yeah, and Zach, that's kind of what I did. I just started putting out videos and just kept putting out videos, and they would get very few views, and I had very few subscribers. But then one day it just kind of exploded. Todd Quattlebaum, what's going on, buddy? I'm doing well. Hope you are too. Oh, Kim, you're going to make your first video tomorrow. How cool. How cool. That's neat. Ha, how exciting. I hope it goes well. Real Mark 1984 says, lately I've been getting Spark offers that are for 14 to 18 drops. Yeah. $45 to $50. Yep. Not going to do another one. I've done 3 of those. And, I was okay with them. They're never, the thing about those, we call them .com orders or general merchandise orders. They're never going to be fantastic deals, but they're usually like, okay deals. I've done 3 of them, and I would do another one if, you know, in certain situations. I would do it again. Kyle loves him some Texas Roadhouse. Suburban Chick. All right, Suburban Chick. We got to check it out. Hey, Ashley Pennington, what's going on? Good to see you. Awesome Metcalf says, what's up, Chuck? How's St. Mary's going so far this time? Well, the first few days back, it was great. And then the last 3 days or so, it's kind of slowed down a little bit. But, for all I know, it's slow in other places too. But yeah, last few days have been pretty slow. Leslie Johnson, hey, Chuck, I'm enjoying your videos as usual. It's slow here in Stone Mountain. Okay. Yeah, Kyle, you're getting a lot of shorts promoted. That's true. Dashing can mean lots of things. It can mean you're running around, dashing around from here to there, from place to place. Ashley says, Chuck, I'm almost 39, and I've noticed the older I get, the more grumpy I get. Yeah, me too, I think. Um, I know Heather tells me the older I get, the grumpier I get. Oh, Nicole, you're doing anime videos. Huh. Interesting. Huh. That's interesting, Kyle. If you got a good title and don't upload anything else, your views will go up. Huh. Interesting. Chris says, I'm never going to do a taking every Uber order type of thing. You got $11 for 65 miles. Yeah, I got offered $17 for 42 miles today. Photo guy says, I've had that issue once with Walmart Spark. The customer's pet pig ate their grapes out of the bag. What do you know? How about that? Kyle, you've seen a $30 for 85 miles? Holy cow, that's insane. Nothing necessarily, it can be kind of tough, I guess. Um, I don't know. There are a lot of good things about it, especially if you're just doing food delivery. I mean, that's pretty easy work. Just walk into a restaurant and grab a bag of hamburgers and French fries and drop it off at somebody's door. Pretty easy stuff. But sometimes the money's good and sometimes not so good. Door dashing degenerate. Still watch your videos religiously. Gave up on Dashing Trader. Well, I love me some Dashing Trader, but hey, I appreciate the watching. Ted Estep. Hi, old buddy. You're a joy to watch. Thank you, Ted. I appreciate that. Tammy says, I didn't carry the items to the door. I went to the door first. Yeah, okay, yeah. Email that support had on file when we called. The customer said they didn't have access to. Haven't used it in years. Oh, man, what a shame. What a mess. Yeah, yeah. I just leave Uber on pretty much all the time. I mean, once it gets to a certain point, 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, I go ahead and go offline because I know that no matter how much money they offer me, I'm not going to get up and go do an order once it gets that time of the evening. Alcohol and PIN orders always ask for driver's license PIN number before I get the groceries. Yeah, yeah, and I've learned the hard way, or I'm learning from a couple of times when I carried all the groceries to the door and then couldn't get the PIN number or whatever and had to carry all the groceries back to the car. All right, Chris says, I had a Spark Sam's Club order and needed a code. Knocked, called, waited 10 minutes, had to return. Yep. Went from paying 32 to paying 18. Well, that's pretty good. Well, if you got that much for, I don't know, that maybe that is kind of normal. Anyway, yeah, I hate having to return an order to Walmart. Absolutely hate it. You hate Starbucks too, Ashley? Yeah. I just don't like their attitude. Leah says, I loved it last time when you were delivering to someone and when you said, good morning, thank you for your business, the customer. And yeah. I know what you're talking about, Liz. And I told him, hey, I was just talking to your doorbell. And he laughed. Yeah, I didn't know that he had come around the corner. And so I'm standing there talking to his doorbell saying, thanks for your business. And there he is beside me. All right, Travis went canoeing in the Everglades several years ago and saw bunches of alligators. Yeah. Yep. They are definitely out here in the rivers and stuff. Hey, Chris Technician, how you doing? Davy Crockett, what type of phone do you recommend for multi-apping? I don't know if it matters. I don't know if the phone matters. Um, yeah, I don't know, Davy Crockett. I don't think it matters. Happy Hump Day. Daniel says, "Yep, Chuck, I learned that from you. Every order I get, I don't accept it till it comes back." Yep, yep. And most of them come back double the money. Hey, Daniel, that warms my heart to know that you're doing that. My phone is talking to me over there. The Randall family, buddy Chuck, how you doing? I'm doing great. Starbucks isn't good for me either. Somebody hit my back bumper. My vehicle wasn't running. I was in Starbucks parking lot. Anyway, good to see you, Randall family. Joseph DeAngelis, Chuck, and all tonight from New York State. All right. Good to see you, Joseph. Chuck, whenever it becomes a slow day, the intro song for your video can be a new weekend song, Cry for Me. Okay. Hope you cry for me like I cry for you. All right. Mary says the first Grubhub order wouldn't let me mark it picked up. So I had to call them to get an address. Good grief. Oh, Leslie, mom's doing pretty good. Mom is, I don't know, did I tell y'all my mom broke her hip? Um, anyway, she's back home at my brother's house and she's doing okay, doing pretty good. She's 91. She'll soon be 92 years old. Oh, Mary, an hour and 10 minutes to make 12 bucks. Yeah, no bueno is right. Joseph, I usually dash like 3 or 4 hours a day, or dash or spark or Uber or whatever, but I usually only work about 3 or 4 hours a day. Then I come home and edit video. Yeah, I don't know. I don't, and people tell me that occasionally that, I shouldn't announce it so much that I'm the only Uber driver in town. I know someday somebody else will sign up for Uber in this little town, but it's amazing how long it's been. I mean, as far as I can tell, it's been like a year that I've been the only Uber driver in Folkestone, Georgia. A double. So my friend applied for Spark and only waited like 1 week and got accepted. What do you know? And you've been on the waiting list for a year. Who knows, man? Who knows how that works? All right, friend, go get the money. Hope you make lots of money, friend. Drive carefully. All right, the grind with Nicole has almost got to 3,000 watch hours. All right. All right, Kyle says one thing happened to me when I ordered DoorDash from a local barbecue place. It was an early time around 4 p.m., and it took them an hour to get someone to pick up the food. Oh, and it sat for an hour. Yeah, that ain't right. That's kind of gross. Earl says if I had a Honda Fit, I'd do more .coms. Yeah. But the mileage is usually just too high for the pay. Yeah. Those .coms, it seems like they usually pay right around $1 a mile. Who is this? Cray Cray. What's going on, Cray Cray? Thanks for the tip. Long time no see. Good to see you, Cray Cray. I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. Wait. Oh. Anyway, thank you, Cray Cray, and it's good to see you. Would I do a dash link that paid 420? Mike, I don't know what dash link is, but $420 for 69 miles sounds like something I would jump all over. That sounds like something I would absolutely do. Thank you, Mary. Yeah, Kyle says it was ready for 30 minutes before somebody picked it up. Like vanilla ice. Yeah, Kyle, I've noticed these restaurants, they'll make a DoorDash or Uber Eats order or whatever, and it'll just sit on a counter. A lot of restaurants, they don't keep it warm or anything. It's just sitting on a counter at room temperature. And if it takes a long time for somebody to pick it up, that's kind of gross and maybe not safe. Um, Indigo Lakes. I think it might be different for different people and different zones. I have decided, I used to always be top dasher and platinum and all that, but I have finally decided to give up on that. And but part of that is because I do mostly Spark now, and I just use Uber and DoorDash to kind of fill in gaps and stuff. Um, if I was mainly just door dashing, I don't know. I think it depends on the zone and how much of a hassle it is to schedule and all that. Um, but I'm really enjoying not having to worry about my ratings, my acceptance rate. I'm really enjoying that. But it could be that in your zone, maybe it would make a huge difference if you were platinum. Let's see. KD Free. Hi, how is your back and sciatica? You know what? It's better. Um, I actually my back and the pain that's been radiating down my arm, I think it's getting better because I've been sleeping in the recliner for a while, or at least part of the night. I might start in the bed, but then I wake up in the middle of the night with my arm hurting so bad I'm basically crying. And the only way I can get relief is to get in a seated position. So I've been doing some sleeping in the recliner. Last night I slept in the bed for 8 hours. I couldn't believe it. I slept from 11:30 p.m. until 7:30 a.m. last night. So I'm really excited about that. Thank you for asking though. I think it's healing. I think it's getting better. Tim Webb, love your videos in New Mexico. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. Mary just wants to let everybody know, since I'm here, that the guy that attacked me Friday did go to jail. Wow. Holy cow, Mary. Kevin and Becky Pritchard. Hey, Chuck, what's the name of the song you use as the outro? It's called Ringing the Wheel, and it's by my very favorite band in the whole wide world. They're called The Floating Men. The Floating Men. I think they are the greatest musicians who have ever lived. But yeah, that particular song is called Ringing the Wheel. Daniel says, Chuck, I do.com run that takes me home. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's cool. Your final drop at your neighbor's house. That's awesome. Okay. Real Mark 1984 says he just started doing Instacart, just finished his 8th shop, and going to see if you can do prescriptions. All right. Ashley loves Upside. Hey, there's Deborah Stidham. How you doing, Deborah? Good to see you. Been a while. How's everything down in the Panhandle? Uh, Joseph, I think you can decline as many orders as you want to. My acceptance rate is 2%. Well, it went up to 3% today, but they still send me orders all the time, and some of them are really good orders. What does that say? Wilkie Frog? I've only had 4 orders in 8 hours today on DoorDash. Yuck. Holy cow, that's horrible. That is horrible. DoorDashing degenerate sounds like a good YouTube page. Yeah, I know. Maybe I do need to check out Upside. I hear you get discounts on gasoline. Leah says my worst Uber Eats order was $31 going 98 miles. Holy cow. That's crazy. Nickelback. I don't know if that'll ever happen. Maybe. Are they the ones that sing that song that says, "Look at this photograph"? I just like the meme. Tammy says, I still got paid $15.99 for the order. I shopped and had to return. And a $20 tip from a nice young man. Donald Masterson. Hey, Chuck, customer accidentally left me a $300 tip. Yeah. Yeah. I think that must be you that commented about that. I read your comment. I think I replied to the comment, but I'm not sure. But yeah, that was definitely the right thing to do. You know somebody didn't mean to leave you a $300 tip. And a $30 tip is pretty amazing. Yep, yep, you did the right thing, Donald. Hey, Starla. Whoa, what's this over here? Trisha E, $10. Hey, Chuck, love your videos. I was the one who named you Chuck Wagon. Yeah, yeah. Trisha E, that's Escobedo. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Well, thank you so much. Today I made $360 in what, 7 hours? Holy cow. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. How do I do this? Um, there you go. Thank you, Trisha. I appreciate that. $360 today. Holy cow. What did I make? $57 today? I mean, I only worked a couple of hours, but because I slept until 7:30. Mary Guy, someone asked me to put their order in their mailbox. I, I have never been asked to put an order in a mailbox. Now, I remember there was a guy one time that had some kind of a homemade mailbox type device for orders, but it was not his real mailbox. It was something he made. Hey, there's Stoke Zone by Malia. Hey, Malia, how you doing? Walked out of Starbucks. There were 4 workers and not one looked up. Yep. Yep. That's what I used to experience all the time at Starbucks. There would be 6 or 7 people working back there. Nobody would make eye contact with you. They really get on my nerves. My favorite DoorDash creator. Hey, thanks, Be Nice One. My son just came home from the military deployment and we binged watched. Hey, Jordan. Welcome home, Jordan. Good to have you back. What branch of the service? My iPhone keeps singing me. Signing me. Sorry, I read that wrong. My iPhone keeps signing me out of Grubhub. How weird. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, Tire Smoke. How did I skip your question? Let me see if I can find Tire Smoke real quick. I'm sorry about that. I try to read them all. Hang on, y'all. I'm looking for Tire Smoke. I don't know if I'm going to find it. Oh, you know what? Maybe this wasn't very smart. Now I got to scroll all the way back down and try not to skip over other people Tire smoke, ask it again if you don't mind, buddy. And I'm sorry about that. Yeah, there we go. Yo, my question got skipped. Um, there's Trisha. Yes, you should have one now, Trisha, I think. Um, David C. Hi, Chuck. My wife and I really enjoyed watching your videos. Thank you, buddy. Been watching a long time. I think I was among your first 500 subscribers. That's very cool. I appreciate that. Question: do you carry additional car insurance? No, I don't. I'm rolling the dice. Um, I think you're supposed to. I think I've heard that your insurance company probably won't pay if you have a wreck and they find out that you were delivering food. But I've checked on it and it's like $250 a month. And I just can't bring myself to do that. It's it's outrageous. In fact, our local State Farm agent, I've called 2 or 3 times to try to get a quote from them. And they won't even call me back. Sam's Club paid 18 total, about 15 total miles. Got paid nothing extra. Good grief. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I went to pick up an Uber Eats order, and it had already been picked up by somebody, and they gave me $3. All right, that's good. Deborah subscribed to Bite the Bite. Donald Masterson. I tried to sign up for the other apps, but then they freeze on me, and I can't get customer support. DoorDashing degenerate, you moving to folks and comedy of errors. Good old Cray Cray Nay. Good to see you. Tammy says I got accepted the same day I applied for Spark. Wow. That's awesome, Tammy. I don't think that happens much to get accepted the same day you apply for Spark. Yeah, Donald says platinum's not worth it. Yep, Deborah. Yeah, I know I should do it, but man, it's so expensive. Okay, Kyle says it sent the order to the kitchen when I placed it on the app. A lot of other places it takes like 20 minutes to get the order to the store. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, that's awful when the food just sits there. NP says I'm new here and been watching your videos. What's Spark? Oh, Spark is just Walmart's delivery app. Um, well, I think you can deliver Spark. On Spark, you can deliver from a few other stores too, like Sally's Beauty Supply and maybe some Home Depot orders here and there. But mainly, Spark is Walmart's delivery app. And if you're a Spark driver, you're basically delivering Walmart groceries all day long. Photo guy says, hopefully, stale food at a restaurant will wake up the no tippers. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Amen. That's absolutely true. Your food is more likely to sit there and get cold if you don't tip. Real Mark says, I've noticed lately that whenever I hit the navigate button on Spark app, it doesn't always send the right address to Google Maps. Right. Yep. Yeah, you have to double check on Spark because I think I delivered my first probably 3 Spark orders to the next door neighbor's house. Hey, there's Hector Hustles. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. And Carl Hibbard. How you doing, Carl? Deborah, you mostly doing Instacart? I hope it's working well for you. Yeah, good point, Kyle. At 4 p.m., there might not be that many dashers out. Thank you, KD Free. I'm pretty excited about it. Good night, Joe Parnell. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, Mike the Bike is about to get monetized. That's so awesome. Yes, Earl, the Floating Men. Now, I can't vouch for their music after probably about, I don't know, the year 2000 or so. But in the late 80s, their first few albums, The Floating Men, um, uh, Invoking Michelangelo, and Tall Shadows, um, even up through Song of the Wind and the Pines, and what was that other album? Anyway, it's I think it's the best music ever composed ever. Mary, no more big cases of water and 3 flights of stairs. Oh, that's right, Deborah. That's great. Huh. I don't know. I decline all day long DoorDash orders. Now, evidently, every once in a while they'll pause my dash for some reason, and I don't know. Yes, I've been able to schedule pretty successfully, Raymond. Um, I know there was a time back months ago when I was having a hard time getting on the schedule in Kingsland, St. Mary's. But lately, as long as I do it first thing in the morning when I wake up, I've been able to schedule like a 4 or 5 hour block in the morning when I like to work. Jody, you're having spinal cord stimulator implanted. Wow. Wow. Never heard of such a thing. Let me know how that goes. Yeah. Yeah, Mary, your traffic. It's got to be horrible. Oh, okay. It's cash back on gas on upside. Eric Berry says Chuck just has challenges with his patience. Yeah. Yeah. No doubt about that. Oh, Chris, you did proxy picks? That reminds me. I never did talk about it in a video, but I got an offer from DoorDash. I think it was either $12 or $14 they offered me to go into Walgreens and take pictures of the shelves. I was thinking about doing it, but then it said that it would probably be 50 plus pictures. And I said, no, I'm not going to go in Walgreens and take over 50 pictures. Chuck shouldn't use upside. They monitor your driving habits and inform your insurance company. Oh, man, that would suck. Yeah, because my driving habits are kind of aggressive. Tammy says it was good that you pointed out how to deposit cash onto the one card. Yeah. Yeah. I had never tried to deposit cash onto any kind of a card ever before. But when I couldn't believe they were going to hand me cash instead of just, sending the money back to my credit card. But since I was standing right there with cash in my hand, I decided to see if I could deposit it onto my one account, and it was a breeze. Thank you, Tricia. I appreciate that. Deborah, you don't go to the beach. Stay in Panama City. Oh, Mike. Yeah, Mary's live streams are awesome. Like I said, I was just recommending her to somebody just today. F. Herrick, you know that my college major was classics, right? Well, Greek and Latin. um, yeah, Apple TV. Yeah, I love Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso is one of the best shows that's ever been made. Okay, so there was no question from Tire Smoke. Okay, well, thank you, Sonny. The Army, and I gave him an idea to use a chuck wagon. Oh yeah, yeah. Trisha does have a wrench. Yeah, sure. Hector Hustle says, "Hey Chuck, I watch your videos while I'm waiting for Walmart Spark orders." Heck yeah, that's what everybody should do. Antho 805, what's up, Chuck? How you doing, buddy? I'm doing great. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, that's amazing, Deborah. Well, now what I was actually checking on was we were going to transfer the title of that little Honda Fit to the LLC. And so I was checking on commercial insurance for it, and it was 250 a month. And I couldn't get any better quote than that. Oh, okay. All right, F. Eric. I like that advice. All right. I like that advice. Thank you, F. Eric. Hector, you only made $100 on Spark today? Well, depending on how many hours you worked, I'm happy when I make $100, but I usually only work 3 or 4 hours. And though your wife always tells you thanks for your business, that is hilarious. Hola, Danny Feliz. How are you, buddy? Mary, you just drove 43 miles for $28 and you have no idea what happened. Antho says, in my area, Home Depot is on Rhodey. Yeah. Spark has Sam's, Walmart, Sally's, Sherwin Williams. Huh. I didn't know about Sherwin Williams. Real Mark says he was watching Right Along with Bree last night, and she said that the reason we get lowball offers from Uber and DoorDash is because there are people who like to accept everything. Yeah, I'm not sure if I agree with that. I have a lot of people tell me that, that if we would all band together and not take bad orders, then the orders would be better. I don't know if I believe that's true. I don't know. Be nice one. That's exactly right. Pay no attention to the miles. I was heading that way anyway. It's going right toward my house. Starla, YouTube gets leftover Walmart. Oh, yeah, I think you mean Uber Eats gets leftover Walmart orders and they're bad. They usually are bad, but I've gotten a couple of really good ones. Nothingness, what's the best app? Well, really and truly, the best app is probably Delivered, which is just a catering app. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I figured out you meant Uber, Starla. Biscuit is right behind me. She's snoring kind of quietly tonight. Yeah, it'll be fine. I don't know if it seems like I haven't said it'll be fine in a while. Leah says, "Hey Chuck, would you prefer to do a one trip order paying 50, going 20 miles, or 5 little trips, $10 each?" Definitely the one trip, just because because there are delays, having to wait the more trips you do. Nothing that says I use DoorDash, Instacart, and rarely Grubhub, but I order on websites too. Chris does not like Shipped. Can't right. Yeah, it's not only that you can't see the tips. I don't think the tips are even there. I think the customers decide after the fact whether to tip you or not. But yeah, I've done some shipped orders. But yeah, that's a weird thing not to know about. Well, there's Tire Smoke. Yo, Chuck, love your channel. Do you subscribe to a music service to put all that awesome music on your vids? No, what I do is I just rip off a few seconds from YouTube. Excuse me. I clip that music from YouTube using an app on my Android device. Excuse me, y'all. What I found is that you can get away with about 6.5 seconds of copyrighted music and not get in trouble. Now, I think a lot of people do use music services. I never have, but I think a lot of people do. Good night, Joseph. Yeah, I'm about ready to go to bed, y'all. Yeah, Trisha, she's right. Biscuit's right behind me. um, yeah, I'm sure I'm always behind to the chat. Yeah, yeah, I'm behind about 10 minutes. Good night, Deborah. Chef B, how you doing? Chuck, love the videos. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. No beats till after Easter. Eric Yannick Bergerson. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I like making $100. Hey, there's Tornado Garden. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Okay, Ron, you're making a video about insurance. Awesome. Hector Hustles. Yeah, I forgot to say, Chuck, it took a long time to get that 100, about 7 hours. And 63 on DoorDash. Yeah, I don't think any of the insurance companies even want to cover gig workers. Chef B 70 in 2.5 hours. That sounds pretty good. That's pretty good. Interesting, Ron. Very interesting. Holy cow, 15 hours a day, Hector. Wow, that's a lot. Anthos says, I love delivered, but I don't get too many offers. But it's by far the highest paying. Yeah. Yep. That's what I hear. And I can't get on any of the catering apps because I live in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, Sonny, I remember when you had your wreck. And your insurance paid for it. Awesome. Hey, Michael Smith, how you doing, buddy? Photo guy says, Chuck, you need to realize we need to get the apps to ban those no-tip customer trash. Hey, I don't like no-tip customers, and I think that the apps shouldn't allow it. I don't think they should allow. There should not be such a thing as a $2 order. That shouldn't exist. Hey, Anthony Smith, I'm doing good. How you doing, buddy? Earl says the algo is designed to do many things, and one of those is to make the company the most money, of course. So if people take low orders on the regular, the algo will push lower pay orders more. Yeah, I don't know. See, my thinking is that there are a certain percentage of customers who are just no tip customers. They just don't believe in tipping. So, what are you going to do about that? I don't know if you can change that behavior. I don't know. Yeah, and photo guy, I'm basically just rolling the dice. Hey, well, maybe I shouldn't say this out loud, but I've been driving for 50 years. I've never had a wreck. So, I'm just rolling the dice. I'm just hoping it doesn't happen. Hector says North Carolina has a lot of non-tippers. I think they're everywhere. Insurance is a scam. Yeah. GNP, I made 200 on Spark on Monday. Awesome. Today, hardly anything. Yeah. Yep. Welcome to the gig world is right. Lenny, we haven't done our taxes yet. We've got an appointment with the accountant pretty soon, but we haven't done them yet. But, all this mileage I'm racking up is definitely going to give me, big tax write offs. Yeah, I hear you, photo guy. All right, stitches on your foot. All right, Ron. Hey, Carl Wolf, how you doing? I was amazed how many people seemed to really enjoy that one video where I cut the grass. I had a little bit of footage of me cutting the grass. A bunch of people said they really enjoyed it. Thank you, Mary. Good night, Antho. California tobacco. Christina, hello from Salisbury, Maryland. How you doing, Christina? Yeah, I agree, Mary. Thank you, Earl. Yeah, because I said that I haven't had a wreck in 50 years. Yeah, and that's what I've got for 2024 is 32,000 miles, Mary. Hang on, y'all. Let's see. Yeah, and 32,000 miles, that's like a $20,000 write off. Hey, Chris, you have a wonderful night too, buddy. Got a $6 mile and a half order. Oh, yeah. If it's six even, it might have a little bit of hidden money. Trucker Bait says you could make videos of you cooking. There's a channel I watch called Cook and Share. Yeah, and I think about it all the time. Trucker Baits. I think about maybe doing a cooking channel or some other kind of channel. Yes, Daniel. Amen. Yeah, the people that take their tips back, they really make me angry. Yep, Sonny, I remember seeing that crash. Yep, that's right, Christina. Yeah, I know, and I might do it. All right, y'all. I think I'm going to call it a night. I've made it to the end of the chat. It's almost time. I'm tired. I think I'm going to wrap it up. Delivery fee should be driver tip. Yes, I agree. I totally agree, Real Mark. Yeah, I think they ought. I think they certainly ought to increase the base pay. There should never be a $2 order ever. Chris, you're dashing in your tiny town. Good night, Tammy. Good night, everybody. I'm about to hang up on y'all. Thank you, Michael Smith. I appreciate it. All right, here we go, y'all. Thanks for stopping by the live stream, everybody. I appreciate it. I hope y'all have a wonderful night. and make all the money tomorrow.